Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of my big fat journey where there's a lot to report on this week. Come on, you know the drill. Spin around. There we go. So there's a lot to report on this week, and I want to go ahead and start it out with a blow test. But while that's loading up, 50 pounds officially lost since Sunday. And that is a huge number. One that I didn't think I was going to hit so fast, but I'm glad I did. So, as you can see right there, a 265, which if you've been following the series for a little bit longer, you know the magical number that we wanted to hit was 1.5. So we are in ketosis. I've been in ketosis since Monday, I believe I've been in ketosis. So it is nice to finally be there. This has been why I've been on this diet, is to finally reach it and to be able to maintain it. So what did I do differently? And it's a combination of two things. One, I'm walking more. I've done walking 4 times this week. I'm looking to do my 5th tomorrow. It's just too wet out there for it to do it today. It's too wet out there to do it today. So I'm hoping to get back out there tomorrow and do another 2, maybe 3 miles. We'll see. I've been doing mile walks, and then I started upping it to 2, and for the past 2 ones, and then I upped it to 3 yesterday, and my heels have been feeling it pretty hard. So I don't know if I'm ready to do 3 consistently, but if I have breaks afterwards, I think I'm fine. It did hurt, though, quite a bit today. But the other thing that I added was coconut oil to my diet. And it's just a single capsule that I take every single morning. And I kind of contribute a lot of this to that coconut oil, the MCT. So I don't know for sure if what it is, if it's the increased walking or that. But I think it's a combination of both for the most part. So being at a 265, though, is huge. It is very much where I want to be at. I just do not want to climb much higher. Going in the 3 to 5 range is a zone that you don't really want to go into too much. Like if I breach into 3, that's fine. But as soon as I hit 4, I'm going to have to increase my carbs to basically make sure that I don't go into ketoacidosis, I think it is what it's called. It's basically where keto goes too far. It starts becoming bad for you. So there's a fine balance that I need to keep. So we'll work on that as time goes on. So far, no keto flu or anything like that. That is good to have. I thought maybe I'd be having some side effects of something, but the only thing I've really had is just heightened aggression right now. I get pissed off a lot easier right now this week for some reason, and I think it's diet related. But yeah, hangry is very much in full swing. Now, on to some comments and stuff like that. A lot of people outpoured support for me for losing 50 pounds, and they keep on telling me, don't stop, keep it going. And to all those people, I don't plan on giving up anytime soon, baby. This is going really, really good for me so far, and I'm excited to see what Sunday holds for me because of the increased walking and us officially being in ketosis. I'm interested to see what happens with that, but I'm very, very happy with how things are going. I just got a message from someone else, and this one I didn't really appreciate, and that was someone saying that I'm going to plateau. Here's the thing. I don't want any form of negativity about what I'm doing. So when someone told me that your reign of losing weight and doing good is going to come to an end eventually and they'll be here for me, I don't want to hear that at all. I want to focus on the positivity, not the negativity. Looking forward, looking ahead to when I do eventually plateau, I know I will eventually hit that wall. I don't expect to hit that wall for probably another 100 pounds. I'm not going to lie. I will plateau at some point, but I'm nowhere near that level. So let's not focus on the negative now. We focus on the negative when we get there. Let's focus on the positive right now. I lost 7 pounds last week, and that should be celebrated. So I don't want anybody to give me any form of negativity right now. I mean, I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for support. I'm not asking for someone to say, hey, when you start failing, I'm going to be here for you, bud. Okay? Because that's just stupid. I don't want you when I'm failing. I want you right now encouraging me to work harder so that way I don't plateau. You don't have to plateau. If you keep pushing yourself harder, you won't plateau. And right now, I've been pushing myself harder and harder every single week, watching my diet and forcing myself to not eat this and that, and to work out harder than I ever have before. Pushing myself to the point of where I'm hurting so bad, but I'm pushing through that pain to accomplish this end goal that I have. So to anybody who is thinking, well, maybe I should give him a heads up that things are going to happen, I'm very well aware of what things will happen. I've dieted before. Originally, way back in the day, when I was about in 7th grade, I was about 250 some pounds, and I lost 50 pounds, over 50 pounds, to get to a weight of 198 pounds. And then at that point, I thought I was going to be okay to just go back into things, and I slowly reverted back into mass consuming things, leading to me to where I am now. So, I mean, I know where those plateaus are, and that you won't always have a massive loss every single week. Like 7 pounds is great, but we also had a week where I had 3 pounds. So it's just kind of like, it was just frustrating. Long story short, hearing that was frustrating, that someone is looking at the negativity of dieting. And I don't want any form of that right now. I don't need any little dose of poison, no matter how much it might not be intended. Because as soon as I think about that, then I just... It's a little bit of that voice in my head saying to give up. Just a little bit of it just makes it a little bit louder. And luckily, I have too many damn voices just silencing it right now. I have too many people, like well over... I just have so many people on Facebook and personal family friends and just friends at my workplace that support me so dang much. And they just are like, good for you. We're so proud. And it was overwhelming this week because it was the first time that I really made a public announcement about it. Besides this, I mean, I don't share these videos to my social media. I just keep it here for those that care. But having that 50-pound mark, I felt that needed celebrated. And the outpouring was a lot more than I expected it to be. And I loved it. And it really does encourage me to work harder. Because after I had that 50 pounds, what did I do? I went ahead and walked 4 days this week so far, and I still got another day to go if I can do it. Hopefully it won't be raining too bad tomorrow, but it was raining pretty bad today. And then my diet has been perfectly on track, normal. I did try something new. I tried enlightened ice cream bars, and absolutely delicious. Best way of putting it would be kind of more of like a frozen yogurt consistency, but very, very delicious, and only 1 carb. Absolutely lovely to have on my diet. It was a nice change of pace because I haven't had ice cream in forever. So yeah, that was nice. That was nice. I think the only other thing though for this week that I really have to report on is the fact that my clothes are definitely getting looser. Like this shirt, like it fits pretty good. It's a little bit looser, but it's not bad. But my pants are getting insanely loose now. And luckily, I have pants going from where I currently am and what I'm wearing all the way down another 8 inches that like I've just kept as I've been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So luckily, as I'm going back lower, I can start putting on these pants back on. So that way I don't have to constantly keep buying new pairs of pants every single time I drop a couple inches. I always saved my clothes in the hopes that I would lose the weight back off and that I could start going back into things. I think I still got a 2X shirt that I want to fit back in at some point, but that's a long way down the road because I think I'm just now being able to get back into 4Xs again. And that's a good accomplishment. But once I get back into 3X, that's when I will be really happy again. Because one problem that I have is I can't buy the clothes that I want because they don't make them in my size. And majority of places will go up to 3X. So I'm kind of excited for that to happen again. Side effects of ketosis I am experiencing right now is definitely, I won't go into the TMI range, but bowel. But my guts are churning pretty bad on the daily now, which is okay. I don't mind it too much. I just take care of things. But it is a definite side effect of going into ketosis, so I'm interested to see if that kind of balances itself out the longer that I'm in it. And I am going to continue monitoring the ketosis levels as much as I can. I usually do test at least like 3 or 4 times a day just to make sure that I stay on it, because I want to make sure that I stay in it and that I don't get off of it. So even on my off day, like the off days that I've done with no walking, the levels only dropped to about 1.6. Yeah, see, I'm still at a 2.7. And I was worried for a long time that this thing just wasn't working. I was like, I gotta be in ketosis. So I got some other test strips, and those confirmed that that machine is absolutely right. It is. So I'm glad I got that little thing, but it was just really, really exciting to see that number finally go to like a 1.6. And then I was still skeptical of that number. And then I started jumping up to a 2.5 consistently over the past 2 or 3 days now. So I'm really into ketosis now. And like I said, I'm excited to see what happens Sunday. I've been told by a lot of people that once you hit ketosis fully, I mean, that's when the fat is starting to be used as your fuel source for energy. And I'm interested to see how much I can potentially lose. But I'm not going to have my high hopes of like, oh, I'm hoping I'm going to lose 10 pounds, because I'm not setting myself up for failure. I want to have my goals as a constant 5 for right now, which is still huge. But if I can maintain a 5 average, then that's losing about 20 pounds a month. And that would just be absolutely insane to have 20 pounds a month gone. And at that rate, it would only be a little over 2 more months before I would go ahead and be at the 100 mark, which would be absolutely awesome. Because in 2 months here, that'd be before Thanksgiving. And I would really, really like to be able to take a break and have a good Thanksgiving meal with like mashed potatoes and corn and yeast rolls. Just have one cheat day of where I can get off ketosis and get right back into it. That'd be so nice to just have one day where I can just enjoy some stuff that I haven't been able to enjoy in a long, long time. That's the one thing that sucks, is that you don't get to enjoy everything anymore. But I did find a barbecue sauce that was 0 calories, 0 carb, absolutely amazing. If I can remember, I'll try and drop a link to it in the description below, so that way you guys can try and see if you can find it somewhere. It's by far the best barbecue I've ever had, and even had my girlfriend try it herself. She said it was absolutely amazing as well, and she's not on keto. So to have someone not on keto say it was really good, I feel like it's probably as good as I think it is. But I think that's all that I really have to say for this episode. We passed 50. We're in week 7 now. I'm excited to see where we go with the keto results from here. And I'm overwhelmed with the support that I've gotten from this. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive. And even if you're still watching right now, that'd be a miracle to have me talk to you for this freaking long. But anyways, that was going to do it for this episode. Seriously, thank you guys so much. It really did. I wouldn't be able to do this still if I didn't have the support that I do. But I will talk to you guys back here next week. Good night.